today is Mel Blanks' birthday, and I decided to put Sophia, Alex, and Justin here and decide what the sexiest cartoon character is. So we picked 8 cartoon characters, and I think it's quite the list here, and we're going to get into that. But let's play Cartoon Kink.
We all know cartoons are sexy, but who is the sexiest of them all? We've assembled a panel of experts in everything from hentai to claymation in this battle royale to see who comes out on top and is crowned the king of Cartoon Kink.
All right. It is Mel Blanks' birthday, and Mel Blanks is a pioneer and an amazing voice actor who's no longer with us. He has voiced thousands of characters over the years, most noticeably so for the Looney Tunes and the Hanna-Barbera era, the golden era of cartoons, I would call that. And, he's no longer with us, but we're going to celebrate his birthday anyway by playing Cartoon Kink. That's right. We're going to figure out who the sexiest cartoon characters are, and I got quite the list for you guys. Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready.
We're about to lose a demographic with this one.
Well, you know what? I think it might be worth it. So I want to go around the room. I want to give you 2 choices, and everyone's going to vote here, and we're going to go based off the majority rule. Since there's 3 of you, got an odd number, it should be pretty easy here. Usually we have like 4 people playing, and that makes things a little awkward when the people are divided and I have to get involved, and I don't have to get involved today, so that makes me even happier. So let's start it off with Cartoon King. Let's go. First choice for you all. You ready for this? Edna from The Incredibles or Dory from Finding Nemo?
So it's a battle of the Pixar greats.
Battle of the Pixar greats. Who's the sexier character? Is it Dory or Edna?
So Edna is the lady that creates the costumes for Mr. Incredible.
Darling.
No
No
capes.
capes. No
No
capes.
capes.
No capes.
She, I like a nice older woman,
All right.
of course.
Uh-huh.
But I also constantly get into arguments with my significant other, right?
Uh-huh.
So if they were able to forget these arguments, like Dory,
Ooh.
I think that is a huge turn on.
Ooh.
So as much as I like the dominant little, lady who creates the costumes, and I like costumes, I like the role play, so she could be like, oh, I'm going to dress up as Wonder Woman today. Like, that's hot, but I'm attracted to fish in general, and then the forgetful fish is just a icing on the cake, chef's kiss. Dory, super sexy.
1 for Dory. All right. Sounds good. Sophia, what is your vote between Edna from The Incredibles and Dory from Finding Nemo? We're looking for the sexiest cartoon character because we're playing Cartoon Kink.
I gotta say Edna.
Edna.
Yeah,
What makes you say Edna?
I don't know. Something about the Dory thing just feels wrong. Maybe it's the fact that she is forgetful and that maybe she'd forget,
Ooh.
in key moments in time, and I just don't feel like that's right.
Okay.
You
I
had
see
to
where
go
you're
there.
going.
I did.
I felt so good with my choice, and now you make
I
me
did have
feel
to go
guilty.
there. Sorry.
Oh, no. So we got 1 for Dory and 1 for Edna. All right. Alex, who do you think is the sexier cartoon character? The battle of the Pixar women, Edna or Dory?
I gotta say Edna. And
Edna.
That's ridiculous.
Wait till
You guys are racist.
Listen.
Racist. Does it mean
Against
specious?
what fish
Specious.
kind?
Specious. Aquaman's rolling over in his grave.
You didn't put Aquaman on the list.
Yeah, but Aquaman has sex with Dory.
Him before.
Oh, no.
Can I explain why I want
Yes,
Edna
please explain.
in my
Please
life?
explain.
Did you see the way she took care of Jack?
Right.
Listen,
Strong maternal instincts.
Nothing is sexier to me than a woman with
Strong maternal instincts.
Strong maternal instincts. Like, I would put a baby in that. Come on, don't play with me.
I would put a baby in Dory. That's what I would want to do.
That might kill her.
That might
exactly.
kill
Well, I don't know.
her. Exactly. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, man.
But yeah, no, she took good care of Jack.
She did.
And that spoke volumes to me. That struck a chord when I first
Yeah.
saw that movie at 5, 6 years old. I was like, Future wife material right here. I had a conscience.
Yeah, no, I hear you there.
Yeah.
We're playing a game called Cartoon King, where we're finding out the sexiest cartoon character.
So
in
Edna
honor.
moves on?
Edna moves on. But we're doing this game in honor of Mel Blanc's birthday. Mel Blanc being the legendary voice actor for Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera back in the day. We miss you, Mel Blanc, and there's not a voice actor out there that can do the range of voice. There's very few, I should say, voice actors out there who can do the range of voices that man could do.
No, and they never got, a lot of people would take over his roles, and they've never gotten Bugs Bunny
Right.
correctly.
It's never been right since.
No.
If you listen to the old Bugs Bunny, Merry Melody cartoons compared to now, it's very different. It's very noticeable. But rest in peace, Mel Blanc. We're honoring what would be his birthday today with this game here. So we're playing Cartoon Kink. Let's find out who's the sexier cartoon character. Is it Shaggy from Scooby-Doo or Shrek? That's right, the Shrek.
It's like the battle of the memes. The kids love
Shaggy going
both of
ultra
these
instincts.
characters.
Shaggy, the super powerful being that he is, that can
Yeah.
fight anybody, what have you, where he has ultra instinct from Dragon Ball and all that. And then we have Shrek.
Shrek.
We got Shrek,
the
man.
Shrek bod
The
is,
Shrek bod,
is
man.
really in these days. I'm into that. I like the security. I feel, Shaggy's a thin little man. Like, what is Shaggy going to do to protect me? Shrek, we've seen go toe to toe with countless villains. Shaggy's always running the other way.
It's true.
Shaggy's always with Scooby, smoking his joints, getting high. But Shrek is going to go full force. I want Shrek in my life. I need Shrek in my life.
You want to go for Shrek?
And I'm just curious, like, what does it look like? Like, I need to know. Like, it's green, right?
It's ogre size. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that. But
And what does the aftermath
does
look
it have
like?
layers?
Yeah.
Like an onion?
There's so many questions I need to know. And I'm sure there's videos online. There's artwork for every single
yeah.
thing. So maybe I'll do some research when I get off today.
What's
But
the internet rule number or whatever?
yeah. There's
Where you
pretty
can
much
look up.
porn for everything.
Yes, that's exactly
There's
what we're
definitely
going
Shrek porn.
with. There is definitely
If there's
Shrek
not,
porn.
we're making it.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that later. But so we have one for Shrek? Is that what
Yes,
you're saying? Yeah, one for
definite
Shrek.
Shrek.
One for Shrek.
Two for Shrek.
Two for Shrek.
Shrek
Those
Two.
ears.
Something to
Those
grab
ears, I
onto?
could play with those ears all day,
Something to
man.
hold on to while you're...
Oh,
Right.
just wrap them around my finger. They look like little trumpets.
I'd like to blow them. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, hey, yo.
You think that's what his looks like? Like a little trumpet? Is Shrek circumcised? Is that
what?
in any of the Shreks? I've never seen
I
the
will
sequels.
let you find that out
Yeah.
in Shrek 5. Well, Sophia...
I know my opinion doesn't matter, but I was also going to vote for Shrek.
All right, Shrek for a landslide. Sorry, Shaggy. You can go back with Scooby-Doo, back into the van, and
I mean, he can come with me if he wants, but I'll still take Shrek.
All right. So we're playing Cartoon Kink in honor of Mel Blanc's birthday, the legendary voice actor for so many cartoons from back in the day. We're finding out who the sexiest cartoon character in our little bracket of 8. The next one we're going to go for, and let's start with on the other side of the room this time. Alex.
Talk to me.
Mrs. Puff from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, this is already tough.
Or Lola Bunny from the original Space Jam.
Not the sequel
Not
where they
LeBron
took away her
James.
ass. They took away my girl's ass. First, they took away the green M&M's boots. They took away Lola Bunny's ass. This is what happens when you vote for Biden. We need him out of office.
Oh my God. So, Mrs. Puff or Lola Bunny from Space Jam 1.
Wow.
It's a tough one, right?
Yeah.
This is a
Wow.
I mean, they're so completely different. I mean, one's fit
Not
and in shape.
really. Both of them are sexy, man.
Oh, no, there's no denying, but they're different, like, shapes. So if you're into, like, the larger gal, the older gal, you're going to like the Mrs. Puff.
Yeah, I
But if
like
you like
thick
the fit,
women, man.
sporty girl, you're going to want
I like thick women.
Yeah.
So Miss Puff, Come here, baby girl. Come here, baby girl. I'll take you under the sea.
Take you under the sea. All right there, Ariel. I hear you. All right, one for Mrs. Puff. Sophia.
Lola.
Lola Bunny.
You can't do
All
this
right.
to me. I have to be the deciding factor on this one.
For once, yes, you're going to be the deciding factor.
You know, SpongeBob's a little after my time. I was never the biggest Space Jam fan, so I have no bias towards either of these brands.
Okay.
But as far as just sexiness goes, there's something about Mrs. Puff that just gets my motorboat going.
She's definitely a dominatrix.
Yeah, I just feel like
Was there
her.
an episode where they saw her in leather at one point?
I need to see that
Definitely.
episode.
I think there was.
Probably.
I think
has
there
to be.
was. Hold
Probably.
on.
And she's always like strapping in her seatbelt. What else does she strap on? We don't know. So I want Mrs. Puff. I need to know more again. So yeah, Mrs. Puff moves on.
Mrs. Puff moves on the bracket. All right. So, sorry, Lola. Mrs. Puff moves through.
What
All
an
right.
upset! If you look on paper, most people would say Lola, but
It's true. It's true. I would have voted for Lola, honestly. You know.
I don't like her personality either. That's a big turnoff for me.
Yeah.
She thinks she's all
But
that.
you didn't say I had to like talk to her. Like
She's right. We did not say that you have to talk
just
to her.
appearance only.
Yeah, all right. Exactly. All right. Last one. This one's a goodie. Mike Wazowski
Ooh.
from Monsters, Inc. or Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Because Joe Biden we know is a cartoon character. Because look at him. Just look at him.
So it's Joe Biden versus Mike Wazowski. Now, Mike Wazowski doesn't wear pants, if I'm not mistaken.
He does not wear pants.
And yet we don't see anything.
We don't.
So how can you make love? I'm all just thinking about making love to these characters. Like that's where my head's going. It's not just about judging them.
You
I
ever
want
heard
to
of a
judge
mouth?
Well, yeah, he has one orifice that's pretty big.
The mouth. Yeah, I mean,
You've seen his fingers.
I have. I've seen his eye as well.
That eye.
Yeah.
Like a
Major
big
eye
target.
contact.
His horn.
Yeah.
Horns too.
And
He's
then,
always horny.
And then speaking of Biden, we mentioned Biden a moment ago. He took away Lola Bunny's ass. He took away the sexy green M&M's boots. So in moral principle, I just have to go with Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. All right, one for Mike Wazowski. Let's see. Alex.
Hey,
Mike Wazowski or Joe Biden? Who's the sexier cartoon character?
man,
Just think about Joe Biden with his aviators, you know,
With his
falling
chocolate
asleep,
ice cream.
With his chocolate ice cream. He's like, hey, Jack, let me tell you about something here. And he's going to really whisper really low. He goes, hey, yeah, it was me. I did it. Like, such a character he is. So is it Joe Biden or Mike Wazowski?
yo, it's Joe Biden.
Joe Biden,
It's
one
Uncle
on
Joe.
one.
We need a recount.
We
Daddy
need a
Joe.
recount.
Stop the vote! Stop the vote!
We need a recount. So we have one for Mike and one for Joe. Sophia, I'm sorry, but you're the tiebreaker here.
I have no shame in doing this.
All right.
I can't even lie. It has been in my mind before.
Uh-huh.
I was always a Monsters Inc.
Let's
girl,
go.
and I will always be a Monsters Inc. girl. It is Mike Wazowski.
Mike
all the way.
Wazowski. All right.
I think the other guy's hotter. Sully, is that his name?
Sully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more
Why
of
did
a
we pick
Randall
Sully?
fan.
Ooh.
Why did we pick Sully?
I don't know.
Randall
I
was
think
a
Mike
badass.
Wazowski's got a funnier
No,
look.
you know
Or
who I
even
like?
Randall.
The little arch guy and the gooey guy from the Monsters University. I can't remember their names.
Oh, yeah.
Artie
yeah, yeah.
and the other one.
That would have been funny, too. All right. So Mike Wazowski moves on. All right. In the next battle, we're going to have Mrs. Puff from SpongeBob versus Shrek. Who's the sexier character?
This is easy peasy.
Remember,
lemon
we're playing
squeezy.
this game in honor of Mel Blanc's birthday, legendary voice actor. He's no longer with us, but today would have been his birthday. How old have we been
115
today?
years old.
115 years old. Obviously, most people don't live that long, but we miss him anyway. He was a legend in his time. Man.
You know, quick fun fact about Shrek, originally voiced by Chris Farley, the
Yes,
late, great
it
Chris
was.
Farley.
Wow.
They did 95% of his voice work, and then he passed away, and then they decided to recast instead of, hire somebody to finish the 5%. And then we got Mike Myers to
Another
take over the role.
SNL veteran.
Yeah,
taking
and there
over.
is footage online of
Yes,
Chris
there
Farley's
is.
voice work, and it would have been a different type of movie.
Yep.
If it was Chris Farley, I think this would have been much easier because his voice, I think, would have made me fall even deeper in love. But that being said, I got to go with Shrek.
Shrek gets a point. All right.
Shrek over Mrs. Puff
Shrek
all
over
day.
Mrs. Puff all day long. All right. Sophia.
Shrek.
Shrek.
I have a thing for Scottish men.
Ooh. He's got a noble steed.
Yeah, everything about Shrek.
He's got lands.
Shreksy, man.
Yeah, he's got it all. He's the man with everything,
Yeah,
right?
A dream.
Alex, I know it doesn't matter, but is it Mrs. Puff or Shrek? Who's the sexier character?
You could put me down for Shrek, but
Yeah.
Shrek butt, same.
Shrek
Put me
butt,
down for
Shrek
that.
Shrek butt.
but I think Miss Puff and Shrek would make a lovely pair, a very sexy pair.
Ooh, interesting.
I'll take that.
I would watch
Fiona.
that movie.
I would take that over Fiona any day of the week. Hell yeah.
I would watch that movie. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, Shrek is moving on
To the finals.
to the finals here. All right, sorry, Mrs. Puff. Move on over for our next round. See who goes into the finals versus Shrek. We have Edna from The Incredibles versus Mike Wazowski. Another Pixar matchup. This one's tough.
Oh,
Who's the
no.
sexier character in honor of Mel Blanc's birthday?
Just because I love the color green. My last name's Greenberg. And I want to see this green matchup so badly of Shrek versus Mike Wazowski.
Oh,
I have to go
the battle
with
of
the
the
monster
green.
right there.
Mike Wazowski.
And again, so much curiosity. Where is his package? I need to know. Is it inverted? Is it inside of him? How does he have sex?
I feel like it might be inverted.
Yeah.
And like a cat, like just pops out when it's ready.
Yeah,
Or
I
like a
need to
dog.
know.
I think he just pollinates.
Just pollinate.
Well, I want to find out. That's why
Just sprinkles his seed everywhere.
the curiosity of that is just so sexy. So I need to know more about him. Where Edna, I know everything about her. She's been around the block.
Mike gets a point. All right. Alex.
Hey,
Edna or versus Mike.
Mike.
Mike Wazowski
I love
gets
Mike.
2 points. That's it.
That little bouncy ball.
The finals is the Battle of the Green, but Sophia, if you had a choice.
You don't even have to ask. Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. It's another landslide victory.
This last
here.
one's going to be really hard for me, though. I can't
yeah.
lie.
No, it's going to be very hard. for
Playing
me.
Cartoon Kink right now. We're trying to find out the sexiest cartoon character. I know a little bracket of 8.
I think both of these movies came out in 2001.
They came out very close to each
2001
other.
for Monsters Inc. Let me. I'll double check Shrek while we get to this.
Oh,
Final.
so they're both
Shrek was
legal.
also
We're good.
2001.
Oh, the Battle of 2001. The Battle of the Green.
They're both older than me.
They're my age.
They're your age.
22. Look at that.
Oh man, that makes me sad. They're older than you.
As far as a movie goes, before we get into the finals,
Yeah.
Monsters Inc. is a much better movie than Shrek. In my opinion, I think Monsters Inc. is a genius film.
Interesting. I can.
It's heartwarming. I mean, come
Yeah.
on, when
I mean, I love Boo.
Yeah,
I
the
love
Dwarf
Boo.
Factory, whatever
Yeah,
is
the dwarves.
the scare
2319.
factory. Yeah.
2319, 2319.
I think it's more timeless.
Beaten every time.
It's timeless.
With the one sock.
I also think it's a great metaphor for like society.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, Shrek is good, but
I'm
a
just
lot of
saying
their
that.
jokes
I
are.
don't know. I don't know.
You're actually not wrong there. It's a great metaphor for society where people panic over little things like a little sock. Yeah.
2319.
That's a great metaphor for society, I think. I might have to agree with you, Justin.
Well, some of the things in Shrek, like they do a Matrix joke. It's like that just dates it. It's not timeless.
Right.
20 years from now, a little kid's gonna say, "I don't understand why are they
There was
moving
a
in slow
Matrix
motion.
joke?
Why they do a scene where they're fighting and they do like
Fiona jumps up in the air
and
and
they
she
do
does
the
like that
Matrix
kick.
thing." But like
That's a reference to the
what,
Matrix
What
first movie.
18-year-old girl watches the Matrix
Yeah,
and then?
she watched Shrek and she didn't even know that was a
I've
reference.
never seen The Matrix.
Exactly. So
Did you see
it's not
Shrek 2?
timeless. It's not timeless.
Did you see Shrek 2?
I think I saw it once.
They did one allusion to cops where they kind of pull over all the characters in a
Yeah.
carriage. The
Oh, yeah, I
the Royal
remember that.
Guard or whatever. They take like Puss in Boots and they're like.
He finds the catnip on him. He's like, "That's not mine.
Yes, sir.
That's not mine."
Well, that's what DreamWorks does. They do a lot of pop culture
love
stuff.
that.
But
I
that
love
stuff
that.
gets dated.
That
You know,
does
10 years
get
from now,
dated.
stuff like
It's
that
funny
doesn't
at the
age
time,
well.
but
Human
that
form of
Puss in Boots-
Shrek is a baddie. I gotta say that.
So let's settle it once and for all. Mike Wazowski versus Shrek for Cartoon King. Who's the sexier cartoon character? We're doing this in honor of Mel Blanc's legendary voice actor's birthday today. He would have been 115 years old. Let's find out who's sexier. Mike Wazowski or Shrek?
Shrek is muscular. Shrek is a manly man, where Mike is a little more timid. He's a little more shy. You know, he's voiced by Billy Crystal, an old Jewish man. But there's just something adorable about him. I just want to eat him up and just snuggle with him. He's a big snuggler.
He's
you can just
definitely
tell.
easier to tie up.
Yeah. He's got his limbs are a little, smaller, so he's able to get into better sexual positions, I think. I just feel like Mike Wazowski, that's a guy you could cry on. That's a shoulder you could cry on. I don't even know if he has shoulders, but
I don't think he does.
I just think
He's just a head with arms.
Yeah.
he is so sexy.
Like, you ever been told to draw somebody in kindergarten?
Yeah.
You draw him.
You draw Mike Wazowski.
The amount of females that I've seen that actually look like Mike Wazowski.
Yo.
Wow.
All right, so what is your vote?
And they're always like, stay away from my friend. She doesn't like you. I'm like, I'm not talking to you, Mike Wazowski. I'm talking to her. So I'm going with Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski gets the point on the board. Sophia. Mike Wazowski or Shrek?
God.
Let's make this interesting.
I know. I think I'm going to have to go Shrek.
Shrek, let's
Only
go.
because he's just, I just feel like I could do more with Shrek. I could live with Shrek.
He provides more for you, too.
Shrek will take care of you.
He will take care of you.
Shrek will love me.
It's true. Okay, so one for Shrek, one for Mike Wazowski. For the tiebreaker, it falls upon you, my friend. Alex, tell me, who's the sexier character?
Body. No, definitely Shrek, man. I can't, like,
That's right. Shrek wins it. I'm sorry, Justin.
This is bogus.
It's rigged.
First of all, we all know the hottest cartoon character wasn't even listed here.
Who was the hottest cartoon character?
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh my God!
Quasimodo.
You're so right. Woo! Quasimodo, man. Why did we put him on the bracket?
I don't know.
We messed
Maybe
up
we'll have
there.
to do it again for someone else's birthday.
We may have to do that again, but all right. Shrek is our winner for Cartoon Kink in honor of Mel Blanc's 115th birthday. Rest in peace, Mel Blanc.